Last year, when Carl Nassib decided that he would come out as a gay man, he shot a video to post on his Instagram account. Now, no active NFL player had ever come out publicly before, and Nassib says he agonized over that decision. He says he stared at his phone for an hour, trying to muster up the courage. Finally, he says, he thought of gay young people dealing with their own sexual orientation, and he said to himself, you know what? For the kids. And he hit post. Nassib shared more about that decision and what's transpired since on Good Morning America Tuesday.
I came out to my close friends and family like years ago, and I wanted to do it publicly because I wanted to stay ahead of the narrative. I just wanted to own the story and make sure I did it on my terms. One of my biggest fears was that I would only be remembered for being gay. I just wanted to show that it really doesn't matter your sexual orientation. I had a great relationship with my teammates, and I just was met with the most incredible support. When people come out, they're coming out of the closet, and they're coming out of the closet because they're afraid. They have fear that they're going to have negative impact on their life, on their relationships, on their job. I just hope that one day we don't have those fears. That's the society I hope for one day.
Her day with her hero. SportsCenter starts now.
Oh yeah, let me do it.
Go. The kids got me into Stranger Things. What is it?
Severance, about mind control.
Oh, yeah.
So you might check it out.
Well, don't try any funny stuff.
Okay.
There are people who would say Mike Leach has been into Stranger Things for a long time. Not the show, but just Stranger Things.
You can make that case for sure. Welcome to SportsCenter. Great to be back with Stan Verrett. I am Linda Cohn. The Stars were out in Los Angeles, but these stars weren't in Hollywood. They shine their bright lights at Dodger Stadium. Yeah, the Cardinals' Paul Goldschmidt said what makes the All-Star game special for the players is that with just a couple of players selected at each position, they all know how hard it is to get there. For the fans, though, it's special because of all that talent on the same field. 92nd edition of the Midsummer Classic. The American League came in riding an 8-game win streak, and there's Goldschmidt. Bottom first off Shane McClanahan of the Tampa Bay Rays. Solo home run. National League up 2-0. Top of the fourth, Giancarlo Stanton striking back for the AL. That's off Tony Gonsolin, who's the fourth pitcher for the NL. Clayton Kershaw got the start in front of all those Dodger fans at Dodger Stadium. And right now, I believe it's 3-2. Yes, 3-2. Exactly, but we'll keep you posted. And of course, when the game is over, we'll have all the highlights and all the reaction and all the fun and frolic. You were there at the Home Run Derby. Yeah,
it was fantastic. Real treat being able to call the Home Run Derby inside the stadium last night at Dodger Stadium. So it's 3-2 right now, bottom of the eighth. The American League on top. You see Goldschmidt with the home run. Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Mookie Betts drove him home to give the National League another run. So 3-2 right now, bottom eight. Full highlights when they're done. The Stars were out at the Major League Baseball All-Star Game and hitting the red carpet. So we got to do a heat check with Christine Williamson, who joins us in studio. Great to see you.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I'm excited to run through some of these looks because, you know, as you mentioned, the Stars were out. They pulled out their best digs. We're going to start with Prince Jazz Chisholm Jr. He wore a short suit, right? It was hot outside. Didn't need a shirt underneath, right? He said he likes his legs. He also kept pointing to his watch, his AP watch, and his custom diamond chain.
Okay.
So,
well, your name is Jazz. I mean, you can't just show up in a regular pinstripe suit, right?
Right.
You gotta rock
be
something
jazzy.
special.
Gotta be jazzy.
All right, who else we got?
All right, so next we have Ronald Acuna Jr. Now, I don't think that you can wear this literally anywhere else except for at the MLB All-Star Game. It looked like he was wearing stars, right?
Yeah.
He had some Gucci shades on and some Giuseppe shoes, but like I said, literally nowhere else that he could possibly wear this.
Yeah, I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson could probably pull that off with Cosmos look and that whole thing.
Yeah, only guy. Yeah.
All right, who else we got?
Finally, we got Mookie Betts, who was rocking the Dodger blue. This is an Alexander McQueen look. Okay. Custom hat, but the thing that actually stood out the most that he rocked for the All-Star Game, he wore a T-shirt. It was a custom T-shirt by Bricks and Wood.
Yep.
It says, "We need more black people at the stadium." He posted on his Instagram story. He said he stands by this.
Yeah.
We need more diversity in baseball.
And somebody asked him, why did he wear it on the day of the All-Star Game? He said, I just got it today. So there's your answer.
Exactly.
All right. Great having you here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, it's going to cool off a bit in the studio now. The heat check is done. WNBA, Liberty and Sun met in Connecticut. Sun without Jonquel Jones due to health and safety protocols. Sabrina Ionescu ready for action. But Brianna Jones doing big things. Knocking that down. A few minutes later, Liberty down 3. Ionescu got range. Wow, 13 for her, game tied at 45. Early fourth quarter, Sun up 3. Alyssa Thomas.
By the way, my son Dan is at this game.
He is?
Yeah.
All right, what's up, Dan?
Yeah.
Hope he enjoyed it. Alyssa Thomas with the layup at the other end, Sun up 5 after the steal. Under 3 minutes to go, Sun up 14. Natisha Heidemann. Nice look to Thomas, and the Sun up 16. Under 2 minutes to go. Jones. She had 21 points, 8 boards, and the Sun win it 82-63 over the Liberty.
There will come a time, not long in the future. There will be a place, not far from here. We will join. We will come together. We will rise. We will fight. And we will win. Let's go to the dragon.
SEC Media Days continue Tuesday. Alabama head coach Nick Saban fielding plenty of questions about his team, how high expectations come with the territory of the Crimson Tide. Saban also had this to say about all the chatter regarding future mega conferences in college football.
Mega conferences, may be something in the future. It's not my job or my role to understand the dynamics of what's in the best interest of college football, the SEC, other conferences in terms of how they expand. But I do think if we move toward the mega conference, again, that whole thing about competitive balance is going to be in question. And look, I'm not here to say we should have it or we shouldn't have it. But if we have 2 20-team leagues, how is that going to impact all the people that are not in those leagues? That's a question for all of you to speculate and answer on. I really can't speculate on that.
Alabama has won 6 of the last 8 SEC titles, and the Tide are the favorite to do it again, according to Caesar Sportsbook. Georgia not far behind, with those 2 teams way ahead of the rest of the pack. For more odds you should know, here's Stanford Steve.
Winning a conference title is usually the first step to a magical season.
And it ends in a sack. Young dropped back at the 41. That is a fitting ending. Georgia has won the national championship.
Georgia bucked the trend last year, becoming the first national champion to not win its conference since 2017 Alabama. This year, the Dogs are once again underdogs to win the SEC, with Alabama installed as the odds-on favorite at -140.
Everyone knows who's going to win this game. It's roll tide, baby!
Alabama joins Clemson and Ohio State as odds-on favorites to win their respective leagues.
Texas touchdown on the opening play. 75 yards.
As for the other Power 5 leagues, Texas is favored to win its first Big 12 title since 2009, while USC and Utah are co-favorites in the Pac-12. Typically, long shots don't win conference championships. In the last 10 seasons, only 6 Power 5 conference champions entered the season at least 20-1 odds. However, 3 of those came last year, including Pittsburgh at 60-1 and Baylor at 50-1. Also, Michigan was 25-1.
Utah Utes headed to the Rose Bowl for the first time in program history, emphatic champions of the Pac-12.
This year, my favorite pick to win a conference is Utah in the Pac-12. I love what the Utes bring back in returning players, starting with quarterback Cam Rising.